sharing my screen. Okay, hello everyone. So today we're gonna talk about a pretty recent function in Go-thru, and that is the walkthrough video. So this is a tool that allows you to upsell to your clients, and yeah, it's when you offer more to your clients, it's always good. We're gonna work on actually the tour that pushed me to build Go-thru. So thanks to this client, which is the Vaughan City Hall, we have Go-thru right now. And what happened is back in the day. Okay, so there is a dog. Maybe so, surgeon. Maybe you can put yourself on mute. Okay, perfect. Thank you. No. Okay. Yeah. Now you're muted. Perfect. Uh, so yeah, this tour. The story was it was like back 2014, and we shot we actually my wife got a call from the mayor and said, hey, we would like a virtual tour of the city hall. And said, oh, who is the mayor? And we went in, we had a meeting with them, and scheduled everything. We shot the tour. The problem was that they had all these banners with the ear, with the counselors, and so it's a beautiful building. Now back then, Google was doing the stitching, so you might notice some bad stitching, and that was because the clouds. But it's a beautiful building, and yeah, and back then it was taking like 2 weeks for a tour to go up on Google, and if you wanted to blur or to do anything or edit on the tour, you had to redo everything from zero. So after like 2 or 3 delays like that, like I got so yeah, I couldn't do this anymore, like rebuild a 100 panel tours every 2 or 3 weeks. And yeah, so this is the tour that pushed us to build the Go-thru. Okay, so the walkthrough video, you access it from the tools. So you just go to here, tools, and then walkthrough video. And we support here 2 types of videos. One is the walkthrough, where we go from one panel to another, and one is a slideshow when you can pick any panel. Now, I'm gonna jump to the level 1, which is the outside, and I think this is the front of the building. And yeah, all we have to do is just click on these dots. So the green dot is what I'm allowed to click. And if I did a mistake, hi Guy. So if I did a mistake, we can just delete that panel. So we can delete, and let's say, okay, we want to start with this one, and then we just click the path that we want to go. And that's pretty much it. Oh, actually, yeah, I didn't want to start from there, so maybe I will go in. So this bar is like, it's a slider bar, so you can move it. And you can delete only the last panel because you cannot delete any panel in here because they are not in the proper order. So it's like I cannot delete 8 because then there is no way to jump from 64 to 69. So I just have to delete one by one. So let's start with 68. Yeah, 8. And we can go in this direction. Okay, so now in here, we're gonna notice that there are a few arrows like left and right. Now, what these arrows mean is in what direction the panorama will rotate. So in this particular case, the panel will start looking in that direction and it will rotate 36 degrees on the right to reach this path, and then it's just gonna go straight. So in this particular case, it's the distance is like the connection is very accurate, and then we're just gonna move 1 degree to the left and go forward. And in this case, we're gonna move 2 degrees to the right and go forward. And so again, 2 degrees to the left, to the right. And then here we're gonna actually do almost 360-degree turn. Now, if we do not want to do this turn like 360, we can click on the left and we're gonna turn like 88 degrees. Yeah, so this is panel 84. Oh, 84 is, I think, here. And we're gonna, like, facing this, we're gonna turn like this. Yeah? So we're gonna face that direction and we're gonna turn left, which is almost 90 degree. We can see this is a 90 degree. So we can choose if we want if we want to go right, it will do this. And in this particular case, I think going right, because this is the center, like the entry point. So we want to do a big turn. And then again, we're just gonna walk straight ahead and the angles are 0, 0. So it's really easy. Now, we will do probably in the next months, we will do an update where you will be able to select the starting angle for the first panel. In this particular case, I'm lucky because I'm starting in that direction. But if right now, if that's an issue, what you can do is you just go to the edit section, and we were on panel 68, and you can go to 68 and you can change the center. So you can change the center, and then once you change the center, then this will start in the correct direction. It's a bit of a hack for now, but that's a workaround that we can do. Okay, so that's how you set up the starting angle right now. But we will be able to do that to change from the editor in here. Now, anything else, it has to be a walkthrough, so you shouldn't be able to change the angle, then that you start with, because then it's not a walkthrough anymore. And then yeah, we just pick some music. This is we need to select how many seconds it will take us to rotate 90-degree. So a full 360, it's actually 4 times. So if you select, let's say, 8 seconds, that's 8 seconds it will take us to rotate 90-degree. For a full 360, it will take 8 by 4. And in here, you can select the video size. Now, our idea was back then that you could create videos that are in, let's say, portrait mode. So the videos that you could upload to Facebook, on Instagram. And probably that will be added later on. Then that was the idea with the video size. And then if you don't like our library, you can go ahead and add your own background music. And for the video slide, you can upload a bumper image, and then the video will start with that bumper image. And also you can have an end image. Now this is good for in case you have a real estate where you want to put like a nice frame in the beginning with the agent information, picture, brokerage, and yeah, you can end up with the brokerage, for example, image or so. But that requires you to create that image in Photoshop. Now, I don't know. I think in the future we might have a tool that allows you to build that image and go through. Like we will have one template, and you upload your image. Yeah, this is related just to the real estate. You upload the agent, brokerage, and then have that image automatically created by a go through. But again, it's not yet. Like it's just like a feature that we could add sometime. So yeah, once that's you set up all these, you just create the video, and it's gonna take, I think, go through 2 or 3 minutes to build the video. And when it's done, you'll receive an email to your an email with a link in your email account. Now, the way that you should sell this to your clients is after you publish the virtual tour. And you talk to your client about this new feature like after you do the initial sale, because if you tell your client about this in the beginning, they would expect to have it under the same price. So you would sell to your client the virtual tour, publish to Google, and then say, hey, we can offer you this video that you can use it on your social media, and it will cost you this extra. And you already have all the images done and everything is done. So it's just like, if you want it, we can provide it to you. So I think that's how it should be sold. So you don't put it in a package or in the beginning, and then not maximizing your profit. So that okay. So let's see if I get the video yet. Not yet. Okay. So once I have the video, we're gonna watch it. Now in here we can switch to the slideshow mode. Now when you switch to the slideshow mode, we cannot maintain the connections that you previously selected for the walkthrough video. So we are asking you, okay, if you switch, we're gonna delete all the selections. And yeah, I'm not sure if that it's already, because we have the way we process most of the things in go through. We have queues, and then we send the job to the queue, and the queue is processed, like it's picked up by a worker application, and we process it. So let me see. Okay, yep. So the application is working right now. Okay, so we can go ahead and delete all the here. And now the slideshow mode is what it does for now. It allows you to spin 360. So we're gonna spin 360 on this panel, and then we can jump here, and then we're gonna spin 360 in here, and we can jump here 360, and we can go to the mayor's office. This is the mayor's office. Maybe this one. Yeah, so this one is exactly as it text. So we can just add these panels as, yeah, and we can decide, okay, for this one I want to move to the left, right, so that's okay. For this one, actually, I want to move to the left. Oh, okay, so this one 0 degree. Yeah, I haven't played too much with the, but in here this is also due to an update, and basically we will allow you to select the angles, like for each image, like starting and ending angle for this video. I think the video is done. Okay, so the video is done. I've got my email, and let's download it. Okay, videos, and let's play it. Yeah, so this is the video, and it's, yeah, we moved to the right, straight ahead a few 1 second, 2 degree, and then moving to the right, and we do like on almost 360 degree. It's if you remember, like it was 270 something. So we see everything. And we just go ahead now. Yeah. And here I think we do another spin to see everything. Yeah, this I think was the last one that we added. And for the last one, yeah. Okay, so how do I close it? Like that. Yeah, so we're gonna update in here also where you can choose the starting and ending angle for each panel. Now, one thing that is worth mentioning for the walkthrough. A second, someone is joining. Hi, Chris. So one thing that is worth mentioning here is, and this is especially good for when you're doing it for real estate. because when you go into a real estate, you go inside a room and then you want to go outside the room. So let's say we start here, and you'll notice that the green dots, they are back and front. So I can go all the way to this, and then I can come back. Yeah. So the walkthrough allows you to actually go in and then come back. And I think this is a really good feature, because in a tight space, yeah, you cannot get stuck in a particular room. Okay, so I think this is pretty much all that we can say about the video, the walkthrough video. Yeah, if you have any questions, suggestions, yeah, please let me know. And yeah, now's the Q&A time. Okay. So any questions? It can be anything about go through. So not necessary about the walkthrough video. Yeah. So one thing that I would love to see in this tool is a way to select the field of view, because sometimes I feel that the field of view is a bit narrow.
Yeah, I'll small request. I think somebody's mic is off. Can you unlock that? Yeah, A Millen.
Okay. I'm not sure how. Yeah, I'm not seeing in the list. Probably it says like 7 others, and then I cannot access them. So I'm not sure how. If I don't think I've muted anyone.
Hi, Millen. Are you able to unmute yourself now?
Well, just to give you some feedback, I'm able to unmute without a problem, so I might as well ask a question.
Sure.
I came in a bit late. What's the major distinction between the video mode and the slideshow mode?
So the walkthrough mode allows you to create a path. So you start from one point, and then you can only go through a connected panel. So it has to be a connection.
Okay, so it's not random access. It's the same experience for a user in terms of how they utilize it, but they follow a path rather than going wherever they want.
Yes, yeah. So this is the video that we just created, and you see it follows the path. And because the connections are already there in go through, created in the moderator, we just created this video with a few clicks. I mean, we haven't had to do pretty much anything besides clicking a few panels. Now the slideshow experience will be different, because you can just pick and choose the main areas that you want in the video. The only I would say downside right now for the slideshow is that the slideshow, it does a full 360 on every panel. Now if we want to modify that, then we will complicate the tool, because you will have to select a start and an ending for each. Now the application that we've built, this is an in-house app that we've actually built. So the application is customizable, and it's flexible enough to allow us to say, okay, start this panel at this angle and end at this angle. That's how we do it in here, because yeah, we know all the angles. But if we switch to slideshow, it's like you need to to say, okay, you will have a tour probably somewhere in here, and you will have to select the starting and the ending point. So we will complicate it, but yeah, it will be more flexible, like more usable. Okay. Yeah,
And although there's a full 360 built in, a 360 move built into each stop, does the user then have the ability, once after the 360 is done, to look around randomly, or is it just a 360, then they move to the next one?
It's a video.
Okay, so
because
even the slideshow is a video.
yeah, it's a video. Now, if you want the 360 experience, then you have the 360 video. Yeah? So in the 360 video, you just select what you want, and then this is a slideshow of 360 images, and then you can drag the images, and I have a sample on my YouTube channel, I think. So this is a 360 video, and let's put it. We support 4K, so it's really high resolution. The first panel is panning left and right, and then the user can just spin each panel. Yeah. And this 360 video is supported by YouTube and Facebook. So, and then you can jump through the video where you want and just spin it and look around. Yeah, so this video is done all on like one big beefy machine. It's done very fast. I think 2 or 3 minutes it takes us to create such a video. But my issue is that I would love to add more customizations to it, and it's not possible because of how right now it's built. I'm uses FFmpeg, so it's not a custom code. That is just like putting everything together from like 30 machines that are working. It's a pretty big. Like a lot of machines are actually working to create that video. But yeah, this will give you the 360 experience. Okay, so any other question?
Hey, Al, I wasn't able to jump on until just a second. But do you have this will you have this recorded where I can come back and?
Yes. Actually, yeah, we are at minute 29. So right after the meeting, I will upload this to our YouTube channel. Okay, you can find the YouTube channel here. You just click on it, and you go to videos, and these are all our live sessions, so you can see them here.
Great, thanks.
Within the other items that you have, is it possible to see other reference materials, like how it incorporates with Google and things of that nature? In my small town, there's a lot of people that like virtual tours, but none of them take the plunge to actually want to pay for one.
I'm not sure I understood the question.
Just how the tours from the go through and how they incorporate with Google would be the first question. And if there's any reference material you may have, I don't want to take your time now, but I'd like to research some of those kinds of things if possible.
Yeah. So for a small time, for a small town, like the way I'm selling the tours now, I'm not selling tours anymore because I don't have the time to sell. In my case, if anyone wants a tour, they contact me, or I have different photographers from my area, and Guy is here, and he sometimes, like, I'm shooting for him, and then if I have a client in his side, then I give him the job, so we exchange jobs, so we don't travel. But the way I'm shooting the tour is like when I'm talking with the owner, I'm saying to him, okay, when was the last time you've used Street View on your phone? Now, I live in a big town. Yeah, Toronto, it's a huge town, 5-6 million, something like that. So it's you have to use GPS. You have to use, like, whenever you go somewhere, you need to open Google Maps. And yeah, in my case, if I'm going outside, I'm using basically Google Maps. In a small time, I'm not sure if that's applying, but that's how I'm selling. And once I'm proving to the client that, okay, you use Google Maps, like, because I'm projecting this to the client, like, when have you last used Google Maps? And he said, okay, yesterday or today, I just went somewhere. Then he starts to see the need for the virtual tour, because everyone that is using Google Maps to reach a particular point, it's going to automatically see the 360 images. Because you see, actually on the phone, you see the thumbnail of the tour, or like in the phone, like, you know, and you see the tour, and if you click on it, you're right in the business. So that's a value. And Google Maps, I think it's one of the most used applications. And once you give to the client the value from his point, so he is seeing, oh, I'm using it, so then everyone will use it. So that's how I would say you would sell a virtual tour for someone that is questioning the value of the tour. So yeah, I'm not sure if that answered your question. Yeah.
Yes, that answered. I appreciate it. I've been trying to sell it in like Google relevance and search engines, and having my more priority in rankings and things like that.
Google doesn't say the tour helps with the ranking or search engine optimization. What Google says is it helps with organic search, like what organic search means. And I'm a guy that I'm pretty fair. I like to not to lie to people or mislead people. So that's why I'm telling to you that this will not help with the search engine optimization. But Google says it's an organic, it helps with organic search. And what that means is overall, adding a 360 tour to a Google Map business, it's enhancing the user experience. And then the more content, the better the experience of someone that is looking at that Google Map business profile.
Okay, thank you.
So that's how it helps search engine optimization wise. But not impacting directly. Now, the way, like in a small town, if the town is touristic, then that is where the value is. because probably, yeah, if I'm going to buy milk on my corner store, I'm not going to look at the virtual tour. But for a touristic town, then that the virtual tour becomes important, because other people that are planning to come and visit, they're gonna want to see those tours. And actually, we have lots of photographers that are working with the local business community and with the city hall and with the tourism in the area, and they creating these virtual tours that are for the whole city, and they push those virtual tours through the touristic tourism agencies, where you can have a drone and you can have an image of the whole city, and then you can choose, okay, this is where I'm doing that, this is where I'm doing that. That's you can go ahead and create an overlay and combine these small virtual tours and put everything. And it doesn't have to be like one big virtual tour in go through. You can link from the aerial view. You can link to all the small, and the small virtual tours can link back to the aerial, and in this way you create a mix, and in also you maintain the look of the small shops. Okay, the small shop has the logo in the menu and all that, and the colors that they like. So when you from the aerial you click on, let's say, the ski shop, local ski shop, you see everything regarding that ski shop, and then you can in the menu have an okay, go back to the aerial. So that is, but again, this is if it's a touristic small town. If it's just a small town, like I understand that it's a bit tough to sell, because it's everyone knows everything, and what would be the point to visit such places?
One of the things I thought of is during the pandemic, going to senior living, assisted living places that people can't really travel to now because of the conditions, and then having a virtual walkthrough so people could see it without going.
Yeah, no, it's actually we the pandemics we've seen, at least on my side, a big increase of shooting schools and shooting senior levels, and I think in 2020 because we are shooting virtual tours for the last 10 years, we already have clients all over the city, and one of our clients is the North York city, not city hall, but like the region, and they had all senior places. They wanted all senior places shot by us, and we had to travel. I think we shot 60 or 70. Now we didn't shot like Google Street View style, because they just wanted panoramas for their website, so they didn't even want an overlay. So they wanted on their side, and they have their own viewers. Anyway, I said, okay, if that's what you want, that's what you want. We shot that, and then last year we've got big projects from schools. We had to travel, I think, 6,000 kilometers in Ontario to shoot schools. So it was like really busy for us. The pandemic, like, yeah, in the beginning it was scary. Everyone was staying home, but right after that, it was like, okay, we were flooded with work. Like I had last year more work that I actually wanted.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, and without actually selling, so I didn't go out and sell. But again, over the time, you create connections, and then those and bring you work.
They organically grow.
Yes, yeah. Okay. So, any other questions?
So coming week we will have the video on 360 video of this, Al.
Okay.
You can update that like to everyone about
Okay.
the coming week. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we already dipped into a bit on how this works. This is actually less talk about than the walkthrough video, because this is you just click a few panels and then that's it. But again, these videos you should sell them after and not before. Okay, if there are no questions, then I think we should close our live session today. And looking forward to see you next week.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Al.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.